IsReal News, these are headlines for Sunday, March 8th. U.S. intelligence agencies assess that Iran may still be able to access a stockpile of uranium enriched to 60% stored at the nuclear facility in Isfahan. According to reporting cited in the New York Times, analysts believe there is a narrow access point to the uranium reserve, though it remains unclear how quickly Iranian authorities could reach it. U.S. officials say the site is under continuous monitoring and express confidence that any attempt to access the material would likely be detected. This comes as nuclear oversight and proliferation concerns remain central to the conflict. Iran launched additional missile attacks toward central Israel, including a missile carrying a dispersal-type warhead that caused damage across multiple locations in the greater Tel Aviv area. Authorities report 16 separate impact sites in the Gush Dan region. 6 people were injured, including one man in serious condition in Tel Aviv. Emergency teams from Magen David Adom treated and evacuated the wounded as crews continued assessing damage to buildings and streets. This occurs as missile exchanges between Iran and Israel continue. Initial investigations indicate the soldiers were inside an armored D-9 bulldozer that was struck during a rescue operation near the border communities of Margaliot, Menara, and Misgav Am. The incident takes place as Israeli forces continue operating along the northern front. The Israel Defense Forces also report conducting strikes in Beirut overnight, targeting commanders connected to Iran's Quds Force operating within Lebanon. Israeli officials say the targeted individuals were involved in coordinating activity between Iran and Hezbollah. The development follows Hezbollah's entry into the broader conflict last week, after which Israel says more than 200 Hezbollah fighters have been killed in Lebanon. The Israeli Air Force completed another wave of strikes across western and central Iran in the past 24 hours. Military officials say more than 400 targets were struck, including ballistic missile launchers and weapons production facilities. This comes as Israel continues efforts aimed at reducing missile fire directed at Israeli territory. For the first time since the start of the conflict, the United Arab Emirates carried out a strike inside Iran. According to Israeli officials cited in reports, the target was a water desalination facility. Officials described the strike as symbolic and intended to send a deterrent message. The development reflects growing regional involvement in the conflict. The UAE also reported intercepting 16 out of 17 ballistic missiles fired toward its territory and most of the 117 drones launched at the country. Officials say 4 drones landed within the UAE. According to official figures, Iran has launched hundreds of missiles and more than 1,000 drones toward the Emirates since the start of the war. Regional tensions extended to Cyprus, where officials say drones targeting British military bases were launched from Lebanon by Hezbollah. Cypriot authorities say the incident is under investigation as security forces monitor the situation. The conflict is also affecting global energy markets. According to data cited by the New York Times, gasoline prices in the United States have risen by approximately 16% since the start of the war. The increase reflects market concerns about supply disruptions and instability across Gulf shipping routes. Inside Iran, authorities have imposed new fuel restrictions following reported strikes on fuel storage facilities in Tehran. Officials say vehicles are now limited to purchasing up to 20 liters of fuel per visit, down from the previous limit of 30 liters. Fires reportedly continue to burn at some fuel storage sites in the capital. In a separate development in the United States, New York police have arrested a suspect in an anti-Semitic assault on a subway train in Brooklyn earlier this week. Authorities say a 20-year-old man allegedly attacked a 54-year-old Jewish passenger on a Manhattan-bound N train, punching him and removing his yarmulke while shouting anti-Semitic remarks. The victim was transported to a hospital in stable condition. Police say the 2 individuals did not know each other prior to the incident. Those are the latest headlines from IsReal News.